They're all gone. Who's there? I guess I was a little careless. Where am I? Like the view, kid? You coward. What a dirty trick. If only Slumber Mist were that effective in combat, people would never complain about those spells and witches because of it. Did you think I got scared and hightailed it out of here? It's your fault for letting your guard down after defeating Ramal. I feel sorry for him, but at least he bought me some time. Everything's going as planned. Commander Brefont, we're not here to chat. I know. Don't be so uptight. Well, tell me, Knight of Lodis. What are Lodis' true intentions? Intentions? Right. The true reason why the troops of Felis were sent here. When Lodis takes action, there's always something thereafter. Reason? It was a request from the South. Don't play dumb. You say the South requested help, but has Felis ever sent troops for such a thing before? I don't understand. Let me go. Release me. You're so hot-tempered, kid. You still snap at us even in chains. Do you realize the situation you're in? This all began by your aggression. Lord Neris has ordered us to find out the real reason for your presence here. If you wish to be freed, then talk. Yeah. Kid, I'll ask you once more. What's your true purpose here? I told you, I don't know. Commander Brefont, perhaps he really doesn't know. Of course, he may just be strong-willed. In which case, I have no choice. What's that? Just a potion. This'll make him talk, but he won't feel so well when he wakes up. Huh? Is the tide rising? As you know, this place will be flooded at high tide. All the soldiers have left. That means you're alone. I'm in need of a soldier, so here's the deal. If you cooperate, I'll set you free. What do you think? You're going to save me? That depends on your answer. I don't care if you die here or not. Alright, I'll do as you ask, but I'm concerned about my comrades. Don't worry, they are safe. My name is Cybil Alinda. I enjoyed watching your fight today. Don't forget, we have a deal now. Shivan, anything to report? All the soldiers stationed at the ruins retreated to the north. It seems I should have been more careful. What happened to the troops that were supposed to attack from the south? They entered the forest of Grillis, but retreated to Skibellum. I have no idea why. I wonder what happened. Shivan, return at once and inform headquarters. Yes, Commander. And what should I do? Rest for a while. We will cross the Meligris Mountains at dawn. Meligris. Okay. The Meligris Mountains? But why? I'll tell you later. Forget about your comrades. Your fate is in my hands now. Greetings, travelers, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Tactics Ogre, the Knight of Lodis, presented by Draco Breach. Now, before moving on, I would like to note that you can actually hire the Griffin at the Formido Fortress. I'm not going to waste my goth on this, so I'm just going to move on. So, where do we go next? Well, Cybil has foisted upon us an ultimatum, and we are to travel with her to, what is the name of that place? Erdolo Cape, or Della Cape, something like that. Anyway, first stop is Ardea. So, let's head over here. And what's this? Story time. Commander Brefont has returned from the ruins as planned, and Leaf's with him. Nothing of consequence seems to have happened to our west. Things never go as smoothly as planned. Speaking of which, what's the Duke of Felis' son been up to? Richter Lasanti's troops failed to make it through the forest of Grillis. He must be re-establishing his troops at the port city. Incidentally, weren't many people massacred there by the soldiers of Lodis? The village of Bleat, 15 years ago. Those worshippers of nature refused to convert to Lodisism. And so their homes were burned down as a warning to others. Nearly all the villagers escaped to the forest, but the soldiers surrounded it and set it ablaze. The villagers were burnt to death. I heard that the souls of the dead still wander the forest. I can't believe they went in there. If only they had been possessed or killed by evil spirits. I must find it before they learn of it. Otherwise, everything will be in vain. Sir, there's something I've been worried about. The soldier of Felis who was captured at Formido has escaped. Not to worry. I gave Nicart no information of consequence. I see, sir. Melicia. How's she been doing? She seems okay. She says she's been feeling better. I see. Don't worry, it relates to later. So now, we move on to Ardea.
What do you know?
And one of the most difficult maps you have run across so far. I strongly recommend bringing water walking units like Ninja onto this field, as well as ranged units like your Sorceress. Wizard, actually, she has not she does not have the Sorceress class yet. Flying units are also helpful as they can bypass a lot of territory. Actually, no, I don't want her there. There's a lot of decisions to make here, and none of them are easy. I think this is a good strategy to do here. Don't lag far behind. Now, one thing that I'm also going to be doing from now on is I've noticed how long these recordings can very easily get. So, oh, Cybil. Oh, right, the treasures of this map. First one is going to be here. Then you have one clear over here. And behind enemy lines, you have that patch of grass right there that has to be burnt. Now, I am going to try to get 2 of these treasures, but I am not going after this third one back here, simply because it's going to be too hard with the enemies lined up the way they are. This is one map that I will say for sure come back to after you finish the battle. But for now, let's get this started. Now, the reason that I say bring water walkers is because this ability right here does not diminish your capabilities while you are on a water tile. Under normal circumstances, being on a water tile is very bad because it reduces your ability to hit enemies, to counterattack, and to cause damage. You have severely reduced capabilities. So, try to avoid it. Oh, you're not going to be able to move very well, but I think you can make it to where I want you to. Now, I'm actually going to be trying to lure some of these enemies around the map where I want them to be. So I'm kind of hoping that my stratagem works here, because I'm not confident it will. Right, as I was saying, not only will I be cutting out the enemy turns, but because I've noticed how my recording times have been going, I'm actually going to be cutting down each episode to, I think, 5 turns. So, well, 4 or 5 turns. And we can already see some of the annoyance on this map. The flying units don't suffer from movement loss because of water, but they are still incredibly annoying. Also, those fairies, very high agility. Now, they're not going to cause much damage. Kamui missed. Oh, great. Fairies won't cause much damage, but they are incredibly annoying because they avoid lots of attacks and can be substantially annoying. Okay, where... I think I'm going to try that. Now, you'll notice that there's actually griffins on this map, and I showed you that you can hire griffins now. I'm going to see if I can recruit one of the... I am misjudging this terrain. I'm going to see if I can recruit one of the griffins with my Beastmaster here, because that is really your best chance. However, they do need to suffer some damage before they will accept our army as their rightful masters. Oh, it's going to be very hard to move my troops here, as you can tell. Your movement range is severely reduced. And like I said, I'm going to go for these 2 treasures, but no more. I'll actually get the last treasure off screen. And like I said, they're random anyway, so it's not terribly important. He should be safe there. That's not in water. Now, one thing to be warned about. If it starts raining... Anyway, as I was saying, if it starts raining, get your troops out of deep water because it is incredibly dangerous and Cybil has that high intelligence. And now you see the area effect of Thunder Flare, something like that. And of course, he's in a spot where he cannot move. Not a big deal as long as I know who I'm targeting. Actually... that's not going to finish him. Oh, wonderful. Is this going to be worth it? It does increase the water element, so it could help. Might. Probably won't. More damage, but lower chance to hit. It's hitting that embankment. It's hitting right there. Well, I think next turn I'll move her onto that little island that she's next to. That should help quite a bit. And good, that gets Alphonse free so he can move somewhere else. The Griffin is probably the biggest threat right now, so let's go after that. And you'll see that I equipped the Dragon Gem sword onto Alphonse. I also gave him the chainmail that we won in the last encounter. I think... now, I heal as often as I do just because it gives me experience points. It's not necessarily because I need healing. One thing about fairies, they are actually floating, so they do not gain the negative effects of being in or on a water tile. So they have a bit of an advantage here that they will take advantage of. And Griffins don't typically have very high agility, so this... probably an effect of being on the water. Yeah, everybody has reduced chance to hit. Who is left? My Hawkman, of course, because I lost track of him for some odd reason. I might have him actually start going after the fairies, because he still has a good movement range. Cybil hasn't done anything this entire time. Well, no, she has. I just felt like saying that. It might just be that Sirens can automatically use the full effect of an area of effect spell, but that doesn't seem right for some reason. But I'm going to use Thunder Flare as well. Vonus is about to die. I want to try to recruit the Griffin on screen just so that you can see what that looks like. Wow, he actually survived that. Okay. So we move the Beastmaster next to him. I believe the Beastmaster will actually have a bonus to Persuade. So under normal circumstances, this would actually be 23% chance to Persuade for any other character. For Alos, because he's a Beast Tamer, it's increased by 50%. So let's try this. And the Griffin has not agreed to join our cause. Who needs health? Nobody right now. I am going to stick to my plan of having the Hawkman go out on his own and strike at the fairies, because besides the other Hawkmen, I don't think anybody else can catch up to him right now. Oh, making decisions, always fun. Actually, Ivana has taken a hit, so I'm going to go ahead and use his turn to heal her, despite the fact that that is very low health points lost. Really, this map just comes down to patience. Lots and lots of patience. Not where I wanted to go. I thought I was aiming there. We're going to see a lot of that, and I may revise my strategy as things go on. Actually, yeah, that's... Rat Cybil's probably going to end that one Griffin's life on the next turn. Oh well. Actually, I can probably mitigate that. And as I move my last character into position for his damage, this is Draco Breach reporting out. God bless and safe travels. Oh wow, critical.